Hi everyone, I'm Priyanka Upadhyay, or you can call me Coach Pri, and my mission is to make product management careers fun, easy, and accessible to everyone so that more diverse people can enter the field and also product managers can become better leaders. In this video, I'm going to share 9 ways to help you become a more effective leader. I know that leadership is a complex topic, so to make it easier for you to learn and remember and absorb this topic, I've created an approach called the 3 I's approach for leadership. This video is the first part of a 3-part video series on leadership. In this video, I'm going to share the 3 I's of the 3 I's approach for effective leaders. So let's jump right in. So the first I in the 3 I's framework that I'm about to share stands for invest in yourself and your own personal development. I want to share some signs of how you can know and become self-aware. Well, do I need personal development work or not? And some questions to ask yourself are, am I living in like a victim mentality where an example is a product launch does not go right? And let's say that I blame the team, or maybe your leader sitting there in your head, blaming your team, thinking they did not execute my vision correctly. They did not move fast enough, or they did not work hard enough. The other sign is the reverse of that, which is you're taking too much responsibility than what is your fair share and what is in your realm of control, right? And when something goes wrong, if you're taking too much responsibility, that is also a sign that you could benefit from personal development work. And the third sign is, let's say that you receive some sort of critical or perceived negative feedback or actual negative feedback from a direct report or a team member. So now this feedback comes to you, and either way, you need to be able to absorb it, learn from it, find a way to address it, and yet not sort of blame it all on yourself and struggle to move on from it. So those are some of the signs that if you're struggling with these things, these 3 signs that I just talked about, then you could definitely benefit from personal development work. So one way that you can get started on this is learning about yourself first. So you can do a values exercise either by yourself or with a coach and create your list of key values. Come up with what are your top 3 values that drive your life and your career decisions and give you happiness and fulfillment. And the reason this exercise is important is because a lot of statistics, more and more, and research is showing us that happiness comes from when we are doing things that is aligned to our innermost, beliefs and desires and expectations and goals, right? And so I do want to clarify here that it's not about right or wrong. It's not about that's a great leader and that's a terrible leader. It's more about what kind of leader do you want to be based on your values? And then are you able to live that truth, right? Are you able to be that leader? And if you can, you're going to drive a lot of happiness and fulfillment, not to mention success for yourself as a leader. Another thing I want to share on this topic is that contrary to, popular opinion and beliefs, leaders are not perfect and they're not superheroes. None of us are. And so as a leader, you often have to choose between 2 difficult options, right? And it's more about which option is more aligned with your values and your leadership style and your leadership goals, and choosing that versus the other option instead of sort of the right or wrong judgmental way of thinking about it. What has helped me a lot in this area is definitely learning about myself through books, through training, through coaching,
and really thinking about what are my values, what are my beliefs, what kind of impact do I want to have as a leader, and what are my growth areas? What do I struggle with? Where do I need extra help and support? And then executing those goals, and it becomes much easier to operate as an effective leader. Another key skill that is important to think about is communication skills. As a leader, your job is to communicate up to senior leadership, to communicate down to your direct reports, to communicate sideways to your peers. And then most important, don't forget the story that you're telling yourself about whatever happened. That product launch failed. Well, what's the story you're telling yourself about it? Or that product was a big success in the market and customers love it. What is the story you're taking away from that? And one more thing that has helped me a lot to be a more effective leader is thinking about leadership as more of a coach mentality rather than the old school top down kind of boss mentality, do as I say to your team. And sometimes you will also have to play a mentoring hat and step off of the coaching hat and really provide them specific mentorship and guidance to help them succeed and thrive. So all those different hats that you need to wear as a people manager and learning about what role to play when, it comes with practice and experience, but there's also, training and other things that you can build those muscles and start to develop these skills.
If you are an experienced PM or a product leader struggling with any part of the job search process and want to land your next role faster, don't hesitate to book a free 15-minute brainstorm call with me. I'd love to explore your goals, your big roadblocks, and how we can help you overcome them. And we can assess if you can benefit from my upcoming PM Level Up group coaching program, where I'm bringing together a number of experienced PMs with amazing backgrounds to learn from each other. So go ahead and pause this video, book that call from the link in the description below.
The second I in the 3 I's framework stands for inspire and motivate. So the question that you want to ask yourself as a leader is, how can I inspire and motivate my team? There are many different ways to do this. And one thing that you can do is make sure to not just share the big picture vision and strategy of the company and the department. So definitely make sure to take the time to explain that broader vision to your team, but also help them connect the dots between the work that they're doing and how that impacts the big picture vision and strategy. Another way that I have used in practice to help inspire and motivate my team is to think about what is in it for them. So having like a servant leader, as you may have heard, or service mentality, and really thinking about what is this team member actually interested in learning about and, growing their expertise about, and sharing with them how that particular domain or topic area is getting impacted at a broader scale if they put their effort and energy into this initiative, right? So really thinking about what is in it for them during every communication can be very helpful. So the third I in the 3 I's framework stands for investing in your team and their growth and their skills development. So how can you do this, right? I will suggest some ways here. One thing you could do is in one-on-one meetings, instead of just focusing on the product metrics and roadmap and customer feedback and stakeholders, you can also set aside some time deliberately to talk about the person's personal development goals, career goals, and what new skills do they want to learn this year? Where do they want to grow? Do they want to pick up a new domain area? And supporting them through that. Another important thing you can do is help identify the best training programs that this employee can actually focus on or invest their time in in order to learn those skills that they want to learn and the path that they want to move towards. So creating a training budget for them, helping them identify good quality training providers. These are all things that very few good leaders or very few leaders actually help their team members with. And there's a big gap because employees are often left sort of stranded on trying to figure out, hey, how should I develop my career and how should I, go about the training, right? So leaders can play a very important role here and be that support for the team member to help them learn and grow. So in summary, invest in yourself, invest in your team, and inspire and motivate your team.
Now that we've covered the 3 I's for effective leadership, don't forget to join me for the next video where I will cover the 3 C's, which stand for number 1, create trust and safety within your team. Number 2, create a support system to help your team thrive. And number 3, create a culture of diversity and inclusion. I'm Coach Pri. I help experienced product managers and leaders fast track their product management career, increase their income and impact without stress and overwhelm. I want you to know that my PM Level Up group coaching program, where I'm bringing together a number of experienced product managers and leaders to learn from each other and up-level our PM and interview skills. If you're wondering what this program is all about or if it can benefit you, we can chat about that during our 15-minute brainstorm call. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, comment, and share with your friends. Thanks for watching.